take some of your details, alright?
Don't give me details, it's just not personal, I just don't give me details out to people.
Okay, well, you've been taking photographs into the police yard and you've already admitted you've been taking photographs of vehicles in the yard, quite a lot of which are private motor vehicles. Alright, we are going to have to satisfy. We are going to have to satisfy
you are
ourselves.
saying that you have been taking pictures of private vehicles. I've been taking pictures of marked cars. That's what I admitted to.
Okay, well, we don't know what's on that camera at this moment in time. All right. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to step back now because there's another supervisor here, and I'm actually the custody sergeant. So I could be the person that's dealing with you next in the custody block. All right. So I'm going to step back.
To deal with. I've done nothing wrong.
Well, the officers will ascertain that. The officers will ascertain that. All right, sir. Okay.
Sorry, what's your name again?
That's what I said. Don't give me details.
Just right there.
Can you stop surrounding me?
Right, we're not surrounding you. Obviously, how can we talk to them? What's the documentary regarding? Because obviously, you got to understand there's a lot of personal vehicles in there.
I'm not trying to get there.
But we don't know that, do we?
Right from the start, these officers show everything that's wrong with reactive policing. They approach Auditor Matt, not because he has done anything wrong, but because they feel uneasy and don't know what is on his camera. That's not reasonable suspicion. It's a fishing expedition disguised as authority. What makes it worse is how quickly they try to turn a lawful activity into something suspicious. Matt clearly explains that he is filming marked police vehicles, which are fully visible from a public place. Yet the officers bring up hypothetical concerns about private vehicles and repeatedly say, "We don't know that." Even after Matt makes his intentions clear, they continue acting as though he must prove his innocence. That's the exact opposite of how the law is supposed to work.
From our point of view, we don't know what vehicles you've got and what you've got on camera and what's been recorded. Do you get our view on that?
But what does it matter even if they were in it?
Because obviously if this is going on YouTube like a documentary, it gets shared, doesn't it? Yeah. Which is a lot of officers' details, vehicles, people can search it.
It's not details.
Well, there's vehicles with registrations, yeah, you can.
We need to ascertain who you are, okay?
You can't ascertain who I just told you that I don't give me details.
Right, that's fine.
I've got every right to not give me details.
You have, but what you need to understand is that it's also, you can be arrested so that we can ascertain. So we can ascertain.
Under what law?
So we can ascertain what your details are.
Under what law?
Okay.
Under what law can I be arrested? Can you state the section and can you read that out, please?
Don't need to.
You do need to.
Don't need to.
It's in your code of practice.
You don't need to.
Yes, you do. Yeah, you really do.
We can arrest you and we'll be explained in custody.
I'll be looking into this as to why you saying you do not have to explain what section of the law you're arresting me under.
Don't need to.
Yes, yes, you do.
Don't need to.
Yes, you do.
Don't need to at all.
This moment is particularly reckless. Matt exercises his right not to provide his personal details, something he is fully entitled to do unless he is suspected of a specific offence. Instead of providing clear grounds or lawful reasoning, the officers avoid the question. When Matt asks under what law he could be arrested, one officer bluntly replies, "I don't need to." That is simply wrong. Under PACE, officers are required to explain the reason and legal authority for an arrest at the time it is made. It's not optional, it's a legal duty. Things get worse when another officer says, "We can arrest you and explain it in custody." That statement reveals a serious breakdown in lawful procedure. Arrest is not a tool for gathering information or forcing compliance. The grounds must exist before the handcuffs go on, not afterwards. These rules are not technicalities. They exist to protect people from arbitrary detention.
Your name at the moment,
right? Obviously, put this in your pocket.
Yeah, no problem, right? Do you want to give us a dog so we'll say that? At this moment in time, you've been arrested so we can ascertain your identity, alright?
Under what law?
Obviously, you don't have to say anything but hand me defensive. You don't mention one question, so much relate line court. Anything you do say may be in evidence, alright?
Yes, what law are you arresting me under, please?
We don't know what you're doing, we don't know what your intentions are at this moment. You got to understand that.
This is mental, this. Could you tell me, please?
It'll get explained when we're in custody, alright?
No, you have to explain why I'm being arrested. You don't just arrest someone and not tell them why.
We have to understand your identity. We don't have any details about you. We don't know who you are, what your intentions are, anything like that. So you've been arrested to ascertain your identity, alright?
Unlawful arrest then. It's an unlawful arrest and someone will be held responsible for it. Okay? You're going to learn the hard way that you've just made a big mistake. You really are.
Stand here for us, alright?
So you can't tell me what you've arrested me for?
Yeah.
You've arrested me to ascertain my details?
Yes, that's true.
Right, that's an unlawful arrest, sir.
Matt wasn't disruptive, threatening, or obstructive. He was calmly filming marked police vehicles, something any member of the public is entitled to do. Yet instead of assessing the situation reasonably, the officers resorted to an arrest that lacked any clear legal basis. When Matt asks what law he is being arrested under, the officer refuses to answer and coldly says it will be explained in custody. That's not just dismissive, it's unlawful. Under Pace Code G, officers must inform a person that they are under arrest and explain the legal grounds either immediately or as soon as practicable. Saying, "We'll explain later," undermines important legal protections. To make matters worse, the officer claims the arrest is simply to establish Matt's identity, as though suspicion alone justifies handcuffs. But UK law does not allow arrest solely to identify someone unless it is directly connected to a criminal offence.
You're officially going to be retrained and spoken to by that for that.
It's alright.
I'll privately prosecute you as well. You don't arrest someone, not tell them what section you've arrested them under. This is illegal what you're doing. And you know it, and that's why you're quiet.
The grounds of and the necessity of your arrest will be provided at the
You provide it when you arrest someone.
They'll be given to the custody sergeant.
You provide it when you arrest someone. You'll learn the law the hard way. I'm a law-abiding citizen, and you've arrested me for no reason other than you want my details. Doesn't work like that, fella. Have you got anything to say with regards to the situation?
I'll explain to the custody sergeant. If the custody sergeant agrees and
The
accepts
custody
it,
sergeant will agree.
and then it makes it a lawful arrest, because obviously that's on the custody sergeant.
No, it doesn't. The law is above the custody sergeant, buddy. Okay? If the custody sergeant agrees with you, then he's wrong. What's right is the law. Not the police, the law.
The officer genuinely seems to believe that if the custody sergeant approves the arrest, then it automatically becomes lawful. But that's not how the law works. To his credit, Matt shuts down that argument with clarity. A custody sergeant is not a judge, and their approval is not a magic stamp that overrides legal standards. Arrests must be based on objective legal grounds, not internal agreement between colleagues. What makes an arrest lawful is whether it meets the legal threshold set out by law, and in this case, it clearly didn't. The logic on display here is simply, if my colleague agrees with me, then I must be right. That's not accountability. It's circular reasoning.
For this there wasn't. I explained exactly what I was doing. What's your number, sir, please?
2715.
Would you agree that this is a lawful or unlawful
I'm not
arrest?
discussing it with you.
Do you know why?
I'm not discussing
because
it with
you know.
I'm not discussing
You
it
know.
with you.
Do you have to give
I'm
the
not
reason?
discuss- I'm not
Do you have to
discussing
give the
it- I'm not
reason
discussing
why
anything
you
with you.
arrest someone, or do you not? Do you just arrest them
I'm
because you
not
feel like
discussing
it?
anything with you.
You don't, do you? You don't arrest
not
someone
discussing
because you just
anything
feel
with
like it. You don't do that.
Relax, because the cuffs will end up.
It's all right. I'm not bothered. It's okay.
We're not going to engage with you until we're in there and there's cameras in there. All right?
Is your body cam on?
There's no requirement to speak to you now.
Is your body cam on?
Yeah.
Is your body cam on?
Done.
It's on. You're supposed to tell me when you turn it on as well. You don't just turn it on, you inform someone when you turn it on. That's another thing you'll learn. And this will be unlawful imprisonment.
Hello.
Hey, boss.
I've been unlawfully arrested and now I'm looking at unlawful imprisonment as well.
Why do you think you've been unlawfully arrested?
Because I've not been told why I've been arrested, what law I've
You've been
broken.
arrested under Section 58 of the Terrorism
You never
Act
told me
2000.
that. You never told me that.
Right. Well,
You're supposed to
that's why you've been arrested.
Well, they never told me that. So
Well, I've been told that, so I don't know why you haven't.
Well, I haven't been told it and I've got it all on video.
Okay.
When Matt tells the inspector he has been unlawfully arrested because no grounds were given, the inspector doesn't correct the mistake. Instead, he casually says he has been told the arrest relates to Section 58 of the Terrorism Act and admits he doesn't know why Matt wasn't informed. That alone highlights the failure. Even the inspector, whose role is to ensure proper procedure, acknowledges that something went wrong but offers no solution. Section 58 of the Terrorism Act 2000 is a serious allegation. It concerns possessing or collecting information likely to be useful for committing or preparing an act of terrorism. Applying that law to someone filming marked police cars from a public place with no other suspicious behavior is an extreme and baseless stretch. Holding someone without even telling them the alleged offense is not just sloppy. It goes against the legal duty to inform people of the grounds for their arrest at the time it happens.
Why you're arrested?
Right. So would you like to search me, sir?
I'm not going to arrest you, I'm the inspector.
Would you like to search me then under the Terrorism Act?
I don't want to search you at the minute. You'll get searched at the appropriate place and at the appropriate time.
Right, no problem.
And not by me. Okay? Do we have any recording devices running whilst he goes into custody?
of course, got.
I'm allowed to do that, by
We've
the
got a
way.
body camera, just his phone, which is still inside his pocket. We're not sure if it's still running.
Yeah, leave it alone, don't turn it off.
Right, I'm going to turn it off because you're entering a police building.
I'm allowed to record, I'm allowed to have it running.
Not within
It's
a
me
police
right, yes
building.
I am.
you're
It's
right,
me right,
well,
you need to check that. If you turn that off, that's another thing that'll be a
That's an
problem.
argument we can have at a later date, but for now
It's
we're
not an
going to turn it
argument,
off
it's a policy.
because
I want to be recorded of what
everything
happens
that's
to
happening
me.
here is recorded by that camera there
Right.
and by that camera.
Can I just say, I would like a copy of that, do not delete it, and I want a copy of that also, don't delete it.
If we decide that it's necessary for you to have a copy, if there are any charges brought against you,
If I want a copy, I'll get a
then
copy.
that will be made
I
available
will get a
to
copy
you.
no matter what, whether I have charges or not, I will get a copy.
Right, possibly.
Okay, no, definitely.
Again,
I promise you.
That's a
Do
discussion.
you not know that I'm entitled to that?
You are if you apply for it, and we
Exactly,
deem,
I will
we
have-
deem
no, you
that
don't,
it's not
I have to have it.
a matter of public protection to give it to you.
When Matt requests the footage, the inspector claims he will only be entitled to it if the police believe it's necessary and if he is charged. That's simply incorrect. Access to evidence does not suddenly appear only after charges are brought. Due process requires that individuals have access to material relevant to their case, especially if it may clear them or reveal misconduct. Matt's response is completely justified. Under the Data Protection Act 2018 and UK GDPR, individuals have the right to request CCTV and body-worn camera footage containing their image through a subject access request. Police forces are required to comply unless a specific exemption applies, such as protecting an ongoing investigation. The idea that police can arbitrarily decide whether someone gets access to footage of themselves is simply wrong.
Then there's no
So,
argument,
you know,
is there?
exactly, there's no argument. I'll tell you that straight away. You should know that. You shouldn't really have to be told that. You should say, yes, I'll give you it.
But I can't say yes, I'll give you it because I don't know whether.
Right, well, you know, either way, you'll know I've got it. I am entitled to it.
Right.
Right, come on. Obviously, I don't know your name, so it's just Matt, yeah? Right, Matt, we'll just come in front of you. Alright, just watch that strip. What do you love? Everyone in here. Just one side on it. Through here, Matt. Just through here, lad. I'm just done there.
As the video ends with Matt being taken into custody, the story doesn't stop there. The aftermath shows how seriously he viewed what happened. Shortly after the incident, Matt stated that he fully intended to pursue legal action, and even a year later he confirmed he was still actively pursuing the case. That persistence highlights how strongly he believed the arrest was unlawful. It also shows how difficult and time-consuming it can be to seek justice against institutions that often protect themselves. This case wasn't just about a man with a camera. It was about how quickly officers can ignore procedures, sidestep rights, and use the law as a tool of compliance rather than protection. The officers began with vague suspicions and assumptions based solely on the fact that Matt had a camera. When he questioned their authority, the response wasn't clarification but escalation. Arresting someone without clearly explaining the alleged offense represents a serious failure of the rule of law. The belief that a custody sergeant's approval automatically makes an arrest lawful further highlights a troubling misunderstanding of police powers. Perhaps most revealing was the claim that Matt could only access footage if he was charged and if the police decided it was necessary. That shows either a deep misunderstanding or disregard for citizens' rights. Most alarming of all, multiple officers witnessed these events and none stepped in to challenge what was happening. That points to more than individual mistakes, it suggests a wider cultural problem. Instead of de-escalating the situation and recognizing that Matt was simply filming in public, they created suspicion, enforced compliance through arrest, and relied on legal half-truths to justify their actions. Matt's experience serves as a reminder that knowing your rights is important. But it's equally important that those entrusted with power understand and respect them. That's it for today's video. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Your support helps me continue producing independent coverage. Also, be sure to check out Matt's channel, linked in the description. Show him some support, and thanks for watching.